What if the reason you're always broke isn't your salary? A lot of people believe they don't make enough money, but the reality is that millions of people with very good incomes are still living paycheck to paycheck. Today, we're breaking down 10 money habits that quietly keep people broke and what to do instead. So let's start with the first one. Habit number 1, lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation happens when your spending increases every time your income increases. For example, you get a raise, so you upgrade your apartment. Then you get a bonus, so you buy a nicer car. And then you get a better job, so now your weekly dinners cost $80 instead of $20. In other words, your income goes up, but somehow your bank account still looks like it's on a diet. This is why people making $40,000 and people making $100,000 can both feel broke. Instead, try following the 50% rule. Every time your income increases, use 50% of the raise to improve your life, and use the other 50% to increase your savings or investing. This way, your lifestyle improves while you also grow wealth. Habit number 2, not tracking your money. Most people have no idea where their money actually goes. They think they know, but when they check their bank statement, they're often shocked. $18 subscriptions, $12 food deliveries, $6 coffees, $20 purchases on Tima. These small expenses quietly drain hundreds or even thousands of dollars every year. The problem isn't spending. The problem is spending blindly. A simple solution is to track your spending for 30 days. You don't need a complicated system. Just categorize your spending into things like food, bills, shopping, subscriptions, and entertainment. Awareness alone can often reduce spending by 20 to 30%. Mostly because once you see the numbers, it becomes a lot harder to pretend that your 4th food delivery this week was necessary. Habit number 3, paying yourself last. Most people follow this order with money. First, they pay rent. Then they pay bills. Then they spend on everyday life. And finally, they save whatever is left. The problem is that there's almost never anything left. Saving becomes optional, and optional things rarely happen. For most people, saving what's left is basically the financial version of, I'll start my diet tomorrow. Wealthy people reverse this process. They follow one rule: pay yourself first. The moment money hits your account, automatically send some of it to savings, investments, or retirement. Even saving 10% can make a huge difference over time. Habit number 4, relying on credit cards for lifestyle. Credit cards themselves aren't the problem. Using them to afford things you can't actually afford is the real issue. Credit cards create a dangerous illusion. You feel like you have money, even when you don't. This often leads to interest payments and constant stress. The rule is to treat credit cards like debit cards. If you can't pay it off this month, don't buy it. Your future self will be grateful, your wallet will thank you, and your credit card company will be slightly sad. Habit number 5, impulse buying. Companies spend billions of dollars designing ways to make you buy things you didn't plan to buy. Flash sales, limited time offers, one-click purchases. The goal is simple: remove the time between desire and purchase. You open a shopping app for one thing, and somehow 30 minutes later, you're checking out with items you didn't even know existed 10 minutes ago. A powerful strategy is the 48-hour rule. If you want something non-essential, wait 48 hours before buying it. Most of the time, you'll realize you didn't actually want it that much. Or you'll forget about it completely, which is basically free money. Habit number 6, comparing your life to social media. Social media is one of the biggest drivers of overspending today. You see luxury vacations, designer clothes, new cars, and expensive apartments. But what you don't see is the debt, the loans, and the financial stress behind the scenes. Trying to keep up with online lifestyles is one of the fastest ways to stay broke. Instead, define your own financial goals. Not society's goals. Not social media's goals. Your goals. Habit number 7, ignoring small expenses. People often say, it's just $5, but small expenses repeated every day become huge over time. For example, a $6 coffee every weekday can add up to about $1,500 per year. And food delivery twice a week can easily reach $2,500 a year or more. This doesn't mean you have to eliminate everything you enjoy. The goal is simply to be intentional. Choose 1 or 2 spending categories to optimize. Maybe make coffee at home, cook a few more meals, or cancel subscriptions you forgot you even had. Habit number 8, not investing early. One of the most expensive money mistakes is waiting too long to start investing. Investing isn't just about how much you invest, it's about how long your money has to grow. For example, someone who invests $300 per month starting at age 22 could end up with more money than someone investing $700 per month starting at age 35. The reason is compound interest. Your money earns returns. Then those returns earn returns, and over time the growth accelerates. Compound interest is basically the closest thing money has to a superpower. Habit number 9, having no emergency fund. Life is unpredictable. Cars break down, jobs disappear, medical bills happen. Without an emergency fund, every unexpected expense becomes a financial crisis. And that often leads to credit card debt, loans, and financial setbacks. An emergency fund acts like a financial shock absorber. A good goal is to build 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. If that feels overwhelming, start small. Even $1,000 can prevent many debt situations. Think of it as your life happens fund. Habit number 10, thinking more money will fix everything. One of the biggest financial myths is believing that you'll start managing your money once you earn more. But money habits scale. If you mismanage $3,000 per month, you'll probably mismanage $10,000 per month too. More income helps, but without better habits, it often just leads to bigger spending. Financial freedom comes from discipline, intentional spending, and consistent investing, not just a higher paycheck. The good news is that money habits are learned behaviors, and learned behaviors can be changed. You don't need to fix all 10 things overnight. Just start with one. You can either track your spending, automate your savings, cut one unnecessary expense, or start investing. Building wealth isn't about one big decision. It's about hundreds of small, smart decisions made consistently over time. To wrap things up, try to avoid the 10 money habits we talked about today. Instead, don't spend more when you earn more. Track where your money is actually going. Pay yourself first before spending on everything else. Only spend money you truly have. Avoid impulse buying. Stop comparing your life to others. Don't ignore small expenses. Start investing as early as possible. Build an emergency fund. And most importantly, develop strong money habits. You don't need to fix everything overnight. Even improving 1 or 2 of these habits can make a huge difference over time. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe for more videos about money, investing, and financial freedom. And remember, the goal isn't just to make money. The goal is to keep it, grow it, and make it work for you. See you in the next video.